Good morning. So it's our first day, first actual day here because we arrived last night. I'm just out on the balcony right now. So this is our view in daylight, and yeah, I think the sun is coming up over there. So I'm not sure, we might have some sun on the balcony during the day. Just not in the morning, which is actually my favorite time to have it, unfortunately. And yeah, I don't know if you can hear those birds, like seagulls. Kind of annoying. Like right now, don't mind, but when you want to sleep, it's kind of annoying because they don't go to sleep. Apparently, they were up very early this morning, and they were also there very late last night. But anyway, it's first day. We're about to go down and have breakfast. Emma's just finishing up in the shower. We'll go down and have breakfast, and then we are going to meet with a holiday rep. I'm not sure where he's from, if he's from the hotel or from Love Holidays. Emil quickly spoke to him on the phone last night down in the reception. He was just curious about us arriving now and stuff, and yeah, so we just told him that I'm being stared at from stuff down there, probably because I'm holding a phone like this, just talking to. Anyway, we're not sure where this rep is from, but he wanted to meet us 10 o'clock this morning. So yeah, we're going to do that after breakfast. Got my summer look on as well, so I got a nice big size t-shirt today and just some shorts and then the flip-flops. And yeah, I just thought I'd put a t-shirt on for now. It's not the warmest outside, at least not in the morning and the evening. It seems to be a little bit colder, but just making sure I don't catch it in the camera. I would say when it just came out, I just had to quickly switch it up. But as I was saying, it's not as warm, but at least it's not super cold. And that comes from someone who is always cold. So we went to the beach, and I don't actually know how loud this is in the background because there's quite a few waves, but yeah, it's very close. It's literally, if you go out the back door of the hotel, you just cross the road and you are at the beach. And it looked like our hotel has its own little section here, which is nice because I don't think people will come in. Obviously there's people coming to you everywhere here and trying to sell these perfumes, sunglasses, something else, but in there I don't think they'll come, so that's quite nice. I felt the water, and like, it is February, but it's that's probably why it's so cold. But yeah, it's always nice just to go down and dip your feet in the water. So today we went to the beach at first, and then we've been by the pool a lot today. And yeah, because I guess we just wanted to get a tan because we're here. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard for me to see in a screen if you can see that I turned into a lobster instead of getting nice and brown. So I am red very much in the face and on my chest and on my legs. So I'm sitting with my back to the sun right now. It's too cold to be in the shadow. Like, it's 5 o'clock now in the evening, and it's already starting to get cold. And if you're not in the sun, you'll definitely be cold. So we probably won't be out for too much longer before we're gonna have to go put some more clothes on. I think by 6, at least 7, it will be like jeans. Like, you'll have to have jeans on. So.
He's gonna get it. Nope. Yes! Three, two, one. Boom. It's not me.
Huh?
What is it? Show me.
So here's the main entrance. So the first thing you see is the car key holder, which unlike other hotels where this has to be in for things to work, this doesn't actually do anything, it's just a holder. Then we'll have the main light switch, which switches the main light for the room off. But what's annoying is that this light will also, this is also for the fan in the bathroom, and the bathroom light is here, so that one's separate. It would be nice if the light for the bathroom was connected to the fan and not the room. Anyway, here's the bathroom. So we have the bathroom and this thing that we don't use. Then we have the normal sink, which is a bit messy, and we have hairdryer, that's the word. We also have this little area where they put soaps and stuff. They're not very good at filling that up. Like, we were quite relying on them to like on soaps from here. Then we have the bath, and I've just been pulling this around just so it didn't go in the bath when I was washing some stuff earlier, because this thing where you normally put it up is broken, so you have to hold it yourself. And yeah, we just have this little thing to hold the soaps, and up here we have for the towels, which are not there right now because they're wet, so they're hanging on this side. Over here we have the other towels. Then over here we have some shelves, also some drawers. It's quite nice space, and big mirrors here as well. And then we have some hangers. The first room we got had only 5 hangers. This one, because we changed the room, the first one was really bad, has more hangers. The safe cost extra, just so you're aware, so we are not using that. Over here we have holder for suitcase. Then we have the table with another mirror. We have over here we have the fridge, like mini fridge, but this is not made really like well either, because you can like not really open it because this is here, so you have to push it to the side, so we're not using that either. And then there's a tiny little TV, which is really bad quality. Over here we have Emil. We have like a little side table on each side, a little light and a switch, or plug, sorry. It's like a twin bed. Here's my side, I have the exact same. The only thing to notice is that it's all made of like this kind of plasticky material. Same goes for this chair and the table. It's all made of this material. It's not that nice looking. It's really uncomfortable to sit in. Like, if you sit straight in this, it's fine, but if you lean to the side, it's really uncomfortable. So we just use that to keep my bag in normally. And yeah, I use this as another little charging table. Then we have the balcony. So one side is closed right now, so you can't push these to the side. It has to be like open like this, so it's all or nothing basically. Then we have the balcony, which we use for laundry. So we kind of had this little soap from that we bought from UK, and washing soap in travel size. but just to show you, we have a table and 2 chairs, and this is our view. So the pool is over there. You can't see much of it. We get a bit of sea over there. I don't know if you can see that. Apart from that, it's just nice and warm out here because we got the sun side of it. The first room we had didn't have much sun, and some of Emma's family don't have any sun on theirs. I really like having the sun because I like washing some clothes while I'm here, just maybe freshening it up rather than using it again and again dirty. So, and it dries so quickly when it's like this, so it's much better with the sun. So there's just not much to say about the rooms. They are pretty average. I wouldn't say they're great. I mean, you see how some of the furniture, it looks pretty old, and how we can't even open the fridge. Yeah, the balcony is okay. That's probably the best bit about it, is this sun balcony. But yeah, apart from it, it's okay. It's far from 4-star, but it's okay. Okay, so this is the front of the hotel. This is where you drive in. And then we have the entrance here. So this is where you would enter the hotel. So we have the lobby. So you actually come in and you are on the 3rd floor straight away. So there's the stairs to go up and down to the other levels, or the lifts. Up here we have the bar, and then we just have a lobby area. It's also a really nice balcony to be on. And here you get a really nice view, and it's nice and sunny up here. You can see the pool from here, and the water over there, the sea. And this goes all the way around. So that second room over there, that's actually one that they offered us. So when we asked to change the first room, that's the one they offered us. But I thought this was very close, not very private, because people sit out here in the evening and they can see straight into that room. So I asked for ours, which is behind that pillar down there, so you can't even see it from here. Some more views and some gardens down there. But yeah, as you can see, we are on 3rd floor. Our room is also on this floor. But yeah, there's 2 floors below us and a few, at least one more above, I know. This area is very busy in the evening. There's also some live music area up here with some music, and they have some mini disco for the kids dancing up here as well. It's quite active in the evening before the show. So there's not much to show upstairs. everything is really on the 3rd floor, on the ground floor, or 1st floor, I guess they call it here. So this floor, 2nd floor here, is where we started out on. So now we are on the 1st floor, as I believe they call it, but for anyone in UK that would be ground floor. It goes down just a little bit. It's going to show you down here. So sorry if you can hear my flip-flops, they're quite loud. And it's also really slippery on this floor. There's more rooms here, but the one thing that's worth noting down here is the theater. So that's closed right now, but at 9:45 in the evening they have some sort of show going on there. And here's the 2nd stairs, they'll go up to our room as well. So the theater it's quite nice with the shows and stuff, but it's just a little sad that it's at 9:45 because that's quite late. And there's quite a long time to wait in between dinner and the show, which is probably why it gets quite busy up in the bar upstairs, because that's the only thing that's really open at that time. There's some shops over here. So this is some excursions and stuff. So you can go this way to the beach, and I'll show you what more, not to the beach, sorry, to the pool, and to some more rooms. I'll show you a bit more what's in that direction in a minute. Down here we have what I believe is a kids club. Although I haven't actually been down there myself. This is the way for dinner. And here's the pool. So as you can see, there's a kids pool, and there's the long pool which is quite cold, and then this little one in the front is heated pool. That's why that one's way more busy than all the other ones. Oh, it's quite nice in the shadow right now because it's really hot outside. And can't really, down by the pool there's not much wind to feel, so. Alright, in here, over here we have, so this tent thing in the front, that's where they have the buffet. So in the back in the actual building. That's where the restaurant is, and this front part is where they have the actual food and the buffet. There's also seating in the back. I'll show you in a minute. So you can sit outside, and there's usually plenty of space. From what I understand, this part of the hotel here is being redone, so that's probably why the hotel, although they're saying it's busy, like you can still, there's plenty of sun chairs, plenty of everything. So So there's a sign to the beach, because if you go out that over there, then it's quite quick to go down to the beach. And then here there's called animation. So this is where you can go and borrow stuff for table tennis and for I think there's some pool stuff, some balls, some stuff for actual tennis. You do have to put some money down that you'll get back afterwards. So here's another entrance to the restaurant. I could show you quickly. Over here we have table tennis. This area up here in the front is also where they do other activities such as dart, and they do some gym fitness thingy, some dance thing. And the pool is right here. Alright, so this is where I pointed before and said that I'll show you in a minute what's up here. So this is basically where you just go inside where it just was. Let's just go on. Alright, we're here. So, in here it says mini foot basketball. Okay, so there's space for football and for basketball. Then, if you go up here, we got tennis. So these ones are actually locked right now, but I'm sure you can get them unlocked if you go to that animation area. So you got the net here. There's 2 courts. Haven't actually seen them in use though. And I just took the long route to get up here, just because I was down by the pool already, and then this is the quickest way. But there's actually an easier way, which I'm showing you now, because that's going to be the way I go back. So this is the front of the hotel, as I showed you before. So you can just go right when you come right outside the hotel, and it'll take you to these places as well. I don't know if you can see it, but from the front of the hotel you can see that hill, the Agadir hill, which I believe says, what was it, country, people and king or something like that. Anyway, we're back at the front of the hotel, and yeah, I want to show you one more room which is down by the animation. I couldn't show you right now because it's closed, but I'll show you as soon as it's open later. It's like a Moroccan kind of room. Alright, so just here in the end, I just want to mention a few things that I haven't mentioned yet. So we went there for, we had booked 10 nights, but because of the late flight, we were there for 9 nights. And yeah, so I've noted a few things what happened during the time we were there. So one thing to mention is the food. So the food was generally okay, but there were, out of our 9 nights, so obviously that was how many? 7 full days, because we came quite late in the evening, and the 8th day we were going home midday. So 7 full days, and yeah, we had 3 of the same dinners. It was like a Moroccan style food, which is nice to try when you're there, but I don't think that, obviously a lot of people, they go for a week. So what you usually experience is that they will have 1 of each, and if you go for 10 days you might have 2 times of the same, because you go over that 1 normal week. But 3 times of the same, then even if you're there for 7 days you would still have it twice. I thought that was a bit much, plus it wasn't that exciting. Generally the food were quite repetitive, and but it was, I would say, okay. So when we just got there, we had got 1 room where a lot of stuff was broken. That was the one where we slept in the first night. We had that changed to another one that was better, not brilliant, but better. And I'm quite glad that the second room was on the floor, or where the reception is, because we had to go to the reception quite a few times. Because when we just got to the hotel, I got into the first room we were in, there were no towels. And obviously we had a very long trip, which you might see in our other vlog about the trip there, how we had a cancelled flight and we ended up having a very long trip there. So there was no towels, so we obviously had to ask for it, and we got it the same evening. But then there was 2 more times when we didn't have towels in the other rooms. So we obviously ended up going to the reception 3 times because there was missing towels. And it wasn't just that they left the old wet towels, they took out the towels and didn't put in new ones, so there was no towels at all. And then there was the remote for the TV was there wasn't one for that. There was a little TV in that. A lot of the channels was not in English, but it was still there was still a few channels, and yeah, but there was no remote, so we had to ask for that as well. Then there was no sign, that little sign that you put outside the door to say do not disturb or sleeping or something like that. There was none of those signs, so we went to ask for that one, and yeah, that one was actually they didn't come with one, even though they said they would. They didn't bring one. So one time when Emil went down the hall and he passed one of those trolley things for the cleaning, he saw that there was a couple on there, so he grabbed one from there. And then another time we had to go to the reception was actually 1 time each, because we both had a key each, and one of the last days both our keys just stopped working, so we couldn't get in. It would just show red light when we were trying to get in, so we had to go get it reset there as well. So about the room cleaning, so I'm only mentioning this because it was a 4-star hotel, and obviously I would have expected a bit more for it being 4-star. Basically, they would come in, they would change the bed sheets, they would empty bins, and they would, you know, possibly sweep. I'm not really sure. But anything we would have brought up, any glasses, empty glasses, drinks, or anything like that we've done on other holidays that would normally be cleared out the day after, that wouldn't have been taken out at all anytime. So that meant by the end of the trip we had like 7 days worth of leftover drinks in there. So it was getting quite messy at the end. As I might have mentioned during the walkthrough, the bed was a twin bed, so 2 single beds put together, which was okay. They were actually quite comfortable beds. One thing that I was missing a little bit in this hotel that I have on other hotels was a coffee machine. This is just generally something I love to have when there is a balcony, just because then when you wake up in the morning you can have your coffee, you can go out there and get like a slow start to the day, which is quite nice. But there wasn't really much in these rooms. And this is not to try and sound negative or anything, these rooms were just not, I would generally say this hotel was not really 4-star. I would probably, if I had to give them stars, I'd probably give the hotel 3, but the room 2. Of course, I know there is a difference depending on what countries you're in, because obviously if you went to a 4-star hotel in UK, you would get a lot more. So this room is open now, the Moroccan room, so dinner is over there.
So we were just in that room. That's where the disco happens at 11 o'clock most nights, and you can also buy like you can rent like a shisha pipe for 10 euros, and you can just smoke it with a group of people. You can get whiskies and stuff like that in there. So yeah.
Have a look at this, by the way. So a filter, something like that, broke in the warm pool, and it turned green. It was blue yesterday, it's been green all day, which meant that there was still a lot of people swimming in it, but there was also a lot more people in the cold pool, probably because they weren't quite feeling the dirty green water.
style.